Hello, brat bitches. What's up? So I already started with her cap on because I put a cap on in like every other video. If you want to see the bald cap method, then go watch another video. So I started off with my first layer of glue on half of her head, and I've been loving this boho active glue. The girl who I work in the shop with, who shop I do makeup in, she told me the boho active is really good, so I've been trying it out and I really like it. The hold is really good. It dries clear. It's not messy. The Erica J glue is good too, but with that glue I gotta order it. With this glue I could just pop in the hair store when I need it and I can have it in my hands. So I really recommend the boho active if you guys are in the market for a new lace glue. But anyways, so then I go to the other side of the head and I applied the first coat of glue there as well. And I always put glue above the ears. If you're gonna put glue in front of your hairline, you want the wig to be flat right there. Wouldn't you want the wig to also be flat right above the ear? Like, that just only makes sense to me. And then I go back to the other side and I start doing my second, third, fourth layer and so forth. The glue does not necessarily have to be dry before, it does not necessarily have to be clear before you go ahead and put a next layer on top of it. So long as the layers that you're doing are thick and you're evening and smoothing them out really good, it's gonna dry clear at the end anyway, because this was like 4 layers of glue and look how clear it is. So now let's pop on the wig. You know, this video is mostly about how to get a wig very flat. This wig has been used and abused. Well, let me not say abused, but it's been used. As you can see, like, this ain't no fresh out the pan wig. Let me give you the backstory. So I made this wig by hand. This is my sister, and if like I want to try a new vendor, or if I want to try like something new, I could try it on her and I could try the hair on her instead of buying like hair and then selling it to people and I don't even know how the hair actually performs. The hair on this frontal was really good. The lace was really good, but it's just too thick. If you ever seen a hairstylist say, oh, I don't like thick ass lace, this is what they mean. There's a lot of hair on this frontal. I plucked it, but from us installing it so much and cutting the lace and whatever, the plucked areas eventually get cut out and then you got to replug, and then you could really see how thick this hairline is originally. So the hair is really good, but it's just a thick ass frontal and you got to jump through hoops. Not jump through hoops, but it takes like maintenance to be able to get it flat. As y'all saw, I started by applying the wig in the center and I applied it piece by piece, moving on to the sides, really stretching out that lace before I actually pressed it into the glue with my comb or with my fingers. I tie it down with a band, and on the heat setting I let her blow dry that for about 10 minutes. When the band comes off, the wig is melted, but we gonna get it a little bit more melted than this. Like I said, the frontal is very thick. The hair on this frontal is very thick, and I decided not to go with this vendor or this product because no, the everyday girl who don't really like even wear wigs like that would not be able to manage this frontal, and I don't want people tagging my company with their head looking poofy and not flat. This is not the vendor I ended up going with. If you really want to see what my frontals look like, then refer to this video up here. Flat as hell. Sometimes after you take the band off, I noticed that some pieces of lace were not laying up on top of any glue. Like, I didn't extend the glue far enough for these pieces of lace to lay down. So I just go up under any piece of lace that needs some glue and I add 3 to 4 layers. Just like I added 3 to 4 layers across the entire forehead, I add 3 to 4 layers up under the little pieces that need some more glue. And when they dry clear, I just press them in with my comb. After you do 3 to 4 layers of glue, the wig does feel like it's intact, and it is. But in order for you to get that really melted look, I like to spray the entire hairline with Got To Be, and then I tie it down again. Look, the blow dry you give people to blow dry their hairline, they blow dry in their hands and feet. But anyways, I tie it down again, and then I let that blow dry for probably like another 10 minutes on the heat setting whenever she's not, you know, like warming up her body. Okay, so while she's blow drying the hairline, I'm going to start working on getting the top of this wig flat. Do y'all see how poofy this wig is? Basically, I found the middle part and then I started hot combing the top of this wig just so that I could start getting it flat. I don't have no product right now. I'm not using any product right now. But in order to get the roots of a wig flat, you can use a wax stick, you can use spritz, you can use hairspray, whatever you want to use, whatever you prefer. And I also part through the frontal section by section in order to help me get it flat as well. You cannot just hot comb the top of a wig and you think like all the roots is gonna be flat if you only hot comb in one section of it. You gotta go in with your hot comb. When the 10 minutes was up, I took the band off and this is what it was looking like. In this area of the frontal right here, it just looks so thick. It does not look plucked at all. I guess through the installs in the past 2 years, like we cut off so much lace that the parts that I did pluck over time eventually get cut out. So I had to go back in and I had to plug and form some type of a hairline again. And if you want a more in-depth plucking video, then I'll link one up here. I took whatever was on my brush from the bald cap and I applied that to the lace, and the lace was gone. Now this looks like this is her hair, and it is what happened. She paid big bucks for it. Now I'm finding the true center part of the wig and I'm going to start using my wax stick. The wax stick really helps in getting the roots of a wig flat. You don't want to overdo it because then your wig might look sticky and it might look stuck to your head, which is not the look we want. We just want the wig to not have no lumps and bumps and hills and mountains. I also have a video on a closure where I show you guys how you would use mousse in order to get your wig really flat, and that is a really great technique, and you don't really have to use that much product when you're using that technique, so I'll link that video up here. Right now I'm parting out the baby hair and I'm using the back of the hot comb just to get the roots of the baby hair to lay flat so that the hair that I section out could stay forward and not move back into the hair that I already separated it from. I also spray a little bit of Got To Be so that the hairspray could help that hair stay forward as well. Like I said before, this wig is 2 years old, so I guess the sideburns have already been trained to part themselves out from the rest of the hair, so I didn't really have to do much for that. Before I start adding product to shape the baby hair and mold them in like the shape that I want them to be, I go around and I curl them because I think it makes it way more easier for them to actually get a shape if you curl them beforehand. The yellow Got To Be bottle of gel has been my new favorite for doing baby hair. Like, I love how the baby hair look when I use the yellow Got To Be bottle. I really like them. But I do have a in-depth tutorial that is only about baby hair on the frontal that you should watch if you still are kind of confused, because I'm not really going into that much detail in this video. So after gelling most of the baby hair down, I realized that this little baby hair on this side was kind of too close to the baby hair that was in the middle. So I just plucked out a little bit of hair so that I could make it look better. I also felt like this sideburn would have been a little bit too thick, so I went in and I tweezed some of the hair out of it before I shaped it. After I gel it down, I always have her hold the blow dryer to the baby hair, and I spray it with Got to Be just so that I can put like another layer of reinforcement so that the baby hair could stay tacked down for as long as possible. Hot combing the actual hairline of the frontal backwards. You got to get as close to the hairline, the roots on the hairline as possible. It might burn you, it might burn your model, your sister, your client, whatever. It might be a little bit hot, but you just got to ask yourself or ask your client, do you want this wig flat or not? Then I sprayed this little edges brush with the Got to Be directly on the brush, and I brushed the hairline back. That's how you get the hairline to look really neat and, you know, slick back. And then I went in with my hot comb some more. Eventually, through hot combing it, the frontal eventually got flat like this. This ain't no regular hair at all. This ain't no regular hair. This is House of Vain hair, so you better use that coupon and get you some hair. I cleaned up the center part with some makeup, and then I closed in the part a little bit more with some black spray. I sprayed some of that pink Glosser Shine spray on my hands, and then I ran my hands at the top of the head just so I could add some shine to the hair without weighing down all of the hair. And I felt like the frontal could have been even more flat, like a little bit, so I sectioned through it and I sprayed this Fantasia spritz directly to the roots, and then I went in with my hot comb some more, and that really put like the cherry on top of the whole look. The wig went from this to this, flat as hell. You know, ever say I did not put y'all on, y'all better come down here and get you one of these. It's some House of Vain bundles. This ain't no regular hair. So as soon as you're ready to let that regular hair life go, call me. Thanks for watching this video. I appreciate you. See you next time. Bye.